Sports presents.
You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
Everybody, welcome into another edition of The Sizzle here on Iron Skillet Radio, Iron Skillet Television. Look, Jay, we got a lot to talk about. We got to pack it in real quick. We want to give the people something really hot, really fast, really fresh off the presses. So first of all, let me say what's going on to you tonight, Jay.
Man, I'm good, man. I'm feeling good. Got a little basketball out there today. I got all the sports going at one time, man. I'm getting the sports overload, so I'm enjoying it.
Okay. So with a sports overload, you know what that means. When we're talking about a lot of sports, that means it's time to talk about the hot 5 and 5.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, let's talk about it, man. Hey, the White Sox are in number 1 in the Central Division. Now, I know tonight they got beat up. Their number 1 prospect got shellacked this evening, but they are number 2 on the power rankings, and the White Sox are headed to the postseason the first time in 12 years. What are your thoughts on the White Sox as they move forward in the MLB season?
You know, they've been averaging 6 runs in their last 30 games, man. They're just a natural powerhouse, man. You know, they have they're just ranked third in the league, man, with a 3.45 ERA. They've just been fantastic. They've been playing well. They deserve to be where they are. I'm just hoping they can keep up the pace, man, and possibly bring a championship to the South Side.
Look who's on the board. Big Albert Pujols passes the incomparable Willie Mays today. You know, he's been doing a long time, a lot longer than I thought. So Pujols passes Willie Mays with 661 career homers. So he's moved into 4th place. I mean, it's a magical run he's had in his career with a 6-2 win over the Texas Rangers. Jay, what are your thoughts on Pujols passing Willie Mays?
You know, it's amazing that he's got to this point, the longevity of his game. He's 40 years old now. He's only trailing, I think, Hank Aaron and Barry Bonds, and this is probably Babe Ruth and Alex Rodriguez. So, I mean, he's up there in the elite echelon of great home run hitters, and just glad to see he's able to keep doing it.
The Blackhawks are, oh no, they're not starting. That's right, because they're not playing right now, but they will be playing again, hopefully sometime soon.
Yeah.
But who may not be playing with them is longtime announcer, coach, and longtime Blackhawk, and that's Eddie Olczyk. Could Eddie Olczyk be leaving the booth next season?
You know what? That's what they say, and I'm really going to be sad to see that because he and Pat Foley are really one of the great duos that we have in Chicago broadcasting right now. And those guys together just goes together like peas and carrots. And so I'm going to miss Eddie not being up there anymore.
All right, Jay. Hey, there was a game last night, and I'm not talking about Thursday night sleeper football. I'm talking about the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. Oh, it looked good for Boston. They were running, they were gunning, they were shooting, and then they were stopping.
Yeah.
As they were making their push through 3 quarters, they were doing their thing until the Miami Heat came in and erased a 13-point deficit at the half, went in and took the lead, shut down the highly favored Celtics, and they're looking already to sweep. Jay, do you think that Miami can sweep the Boston Celtics?
I don't know if they can sweep, but I know I predicted a couple of shows ago that this Miami Heat team was going to go up 3-0. I look pretty good right now. Gordon Hayward better make an appearance. And from what I understand, Marcus Smart is tearing up chalkboards, but he needs to be tearing up the basketball floor.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it a little bit later on in the show when we talk about the Lakers and what's going on and the gridiron, and we talk about basketball. We're going to talk about the hardwood, but we're specifically going to talk about what's going on in Boston. But before we can get there, we've got to talk about what just happened. On the Hot 5 and 5, bringing you the hottest takes, the freshest takes, the fire from what just happened. Hey, Jay, the Lakers destroyed the Nuggets. It was a Travis-sham-ockery.
Yeah.
It was an ockery, a Trava, and a sham. It was a Travis-sham-ockery. Those of you who know the sizzle words understand what a Travis-sham-ockery is. So Jay, do the Nuggets have any hope in the series?
They have a lot of hope. I'm telling you what, that first quarter, they looked like they were going to be able to do something. But Superman came into the game, and he ain't played like that in 3 or 4 years. You have Rondo throwing dimes all over the place. If those two play like that, they're going to go 8-0 and just run right to the championship. We'll see what happens in Game 2.
So, okay, let's talk about it a little bit more. Let's talk about Lakers Nuggets. You know, we've got a few minutes. We're going to discuss.
Controls the opening tip, and away we go. Grant, who fights it
really
off
highly anticipated
from Anthony Davis, and it's Grant who scores the first bucket of this Western Conference Finals.
The next couple of nights, and that's trying to get in front of LeBron James, but also get easy opportunities.
Danny Green, little runner in the lane. And I'm sure that sent the scouts back to the scouting reports. Anthony Davis gets a friendly bounce, gets it to go. His first basket of the night.
I'm a little worried about it.
Inside to Jokic.
That was the best I've seen.
Figure
LA Lakers
McGee, a lot of Dwight Howard tonight. As Jokic puts a little English on that one to score. Conference Finals experience.
You've got
this very young team just continuing to put stakes in the ground. LeBron all the way in with the reverse. Nice finish by James.
LeBron James off to the races.
Murray, a little hesitation, gets by McGee, goes to the reverse. No, but Jokic's there to clean it up.
And that's how Jokic is going to have to get his 8 of the 11 points for the Lakers coming in that paint area.
How about 5 assists for the Lakers with 5 made field goals as Jokic gets all the way in. He's asking for a foul. Curtis Blair and Ben Taylor in the replay center. Millsap on Davis. Davis, nice finish.
Yeah,
that's not fair.
Pick and roll and vice versa. He has to guard Jokic.
It's a different ring to it now. I guess
Jamal Murray working on the screen for Millsap. Gets in the lane. Boy, nice little side step. A nice lead for Monte Morris.
That's what Denver is going to do. They're cutting, they're getting to the hole. And on the reverse side, what about Kuzma?
But to be fair, you could have put that resume up of LeBron James versus about 25, 26 teams, and it would have been the same thing.
Oh, nice leave. Anthony Davis on the receiving end once again.
75, 80% of the time, they run their offense. There's again Jokic.
Jokic, quick rip through of Davis. Gets all the way to the basket. An X factor in this series. He's starting to put roots in the ground with every playoff game as Murray goes all the way in untouched. Got Kuzma on him.
It's Anthony Davis.
Just bullies his way in, spins out of the double team, and the putback by Jokic got his own miss.
Predict, but his...
You don't deal with him. Here's the problem with Anthony Davis. He's probably one of the most unstoppable forces in the league once he gets going. So the thing you have to do with Anthony Davis is that you're going to have to body him up. You're going to have to get him off the block. You're going to have to run some people off the bench at him and play him by committee. You got to get that guy who's 8th, 9th, 10th on the bench and come out there and bang on Anthony Davis a little bit. You got to make him uncomfortable. He's moving around the basket, nice and easy, smooth. The only big they really got on the Nuggets team right now is a joker. You got to come in there and get the game dirtied up. They need to go find Patrick Beverly and grow him another 6 or 8 inches, see if they can borrow him for a minute, and let's go beat. They're going to have to beat some people up in there. That's what's going to happen. But I just don't know if they have that type of team or anybody on that bench who actually can deal with AD. Right now, AD, if he plays like he's playing, it's going to be really tough. The Lakers just look great today. That was the whole thing about it. Are they going to look great the rest of the year? We've seen them go into their lapses. So right now, kudos to them. They played great. I don't think there's a way you're going to really stop AD, but you got to harass him. You got to beat him up a little bit. That's the main thing you got to do.
Controls the opening tip, and away we go. Grant, who fights it off
Davis had 37 points
from Anthony Davis, and it's Grant who scores the first bucket of this Western Conference Finals.
The next couple of nights, and that's trying to get in front of LeBron James, but also get easy opportunities.
Danny Green, little runner in the lane.
LeBron James had,
and I'm sure that sent the scouts back to the scouting reports. Anthony Davis gets a friendly bounce, gets it to go. His first basket of the night. Inside to Jokic. Figure McGee, a lot of Dwight Howard tonight. As Jokic puts a little English on that one to score. Conference Finals experience.
but they just couldn't.
This very young team just continuing to put stakes in the ground. LeBron all the way in with the reverse. Nice finish by James.
LeBron James off to the races.
Murray, a little hesitation, gets by McGee, goes to the reverse. No, but Jokic there to clean it up.
And that's how Jokic is going to have to get his point.
8 of the 11 points for the Lakers coming in that paint area.
How about 5 assists for the Lakers with 5 made field goals as Jokic gets all the way in. He's asking for a foul. Curtis Blair and Ben Taylor in the replay center. Millsap on Davis. Davis, nice finish.
That's not fair.
Pick and roll and vice versa. He has to guard Jokic.
And then Dwight
Jamal
Howard
Murray working on the screen for Millsap. Gets in the lane. Boy, nice little side step. A nice lead for Monte Morris.
That's what Denver is going to do. They're cutting. They're getting to the hole. And on the reverse side, what about Kuzma?
But to be fair, you could have put that resume up of LeBron James versus about 25, 26 teams, and it would have been the same thing.
Oh, nice leave. Anthony Davis on the receiving end once again.
75, 80% of the time. They run their offense. There's again Jokic.
Jokic, quick rip through of Davis. Gets all the way to the basket. The X factor in this series. He's starting to put roots in the ground with every playoff game as Murray goes all the way in untouched. Got Kuzma on him. Just bullies his way in, spins out of the double team, and the putback by Jokic got his own miss.
I don't know. It's
predict, but his upside, oh my goodness, it looks like he's going to be around for a long time with his skill set. And the beautiful step-back jumper by AD over Plumlee.
Here's LeBron. Grant will draw LeBron James duty. Nice pass. Kuzma, the scoop is in.
Just took it to another level.
LeBron only with 2 points, but he's got 4 assists already.
The dominance in the paint.
Davis guarding Murray, gets up a quick shot at the buzzer. Stick it, it's good. Working the 2-man game with Caruso.
It was that paint.
Good pass, and James hammers one home.
I would say he's okay with
that. And as you said,
that's still adrenaline?
Okay, we don't have to check him after every play.
Hold on.
12 assists on the 15 makes. As C-Web mentioned, Lakers out in front by 4, and Markieff Morris hits a 3-pointer.
Well, on cue.
Caruso. Good pass. LeBron shovels one over to Morris. Does he got the hot hand? He'll fire it, and he'll hit it. 2 threes for Markieff Morris in this second quarter. It's going to put a lot of body work on Jokic. Harris runs into a wall in Dwight. Now a bad pass. Another turnover. Here comes Caruso. He's got LeBron James right there. The lob to LeBron. See if LeBron and the Lakers can take advantage once again. Shot clock down to 6. Here goes James. Strong all the way in off the glass.
Way too easy. Because they had to play small.
They say, Coach, you got to play us now.
Plumlee to spin, and he shakes Howard a two-handed jam.
I'm already loving how this series is shaping up, guys.
12-point Laker lead. 6.5 to go in the second. LeBron trying to turn the corner, just plows through Murray, and it's going to be a block.
You can get Jokic to understand.
Anytime you're getting the Marquette guys in there, you're doing a good job.
I know you would say that.
It is important for him.
Here's Murray trying to get by Danny Green. He's right there with him, step for step.
And to
puts him into a tough shot, but he knocks it down.
By the end of this half, without Jokic being on the floor with those 3 flop fouls, this is a win for Michael Malone.
This just happened to the Nuggets a few days ago with the Clippers. They were jumped on, but you can look at what they did and how they were able to turn that series around methodically. And the one silver lining to all of this is that you had the Nuggets score 38 in a quarter. So you know they can score with the Lakers. They can keep up with them, but they have to have a concerted effort out of everybody. So I guess it's now a Michael Porter statement where then now you got to share the ball and share the wealth with everyone there. So I don't know, but moving forward, I think this is going to be a great
Controls
series.
The opening tip, and away we go. Grant, who fights it off from.
All right, Jay. So, okay. Had a really good game. We saw a lot of good basketball tonight. But let's talk about what's getting ready to happen this weekend. On Thursday, we saw a Browns and Bengals game that was a snore fest for the ages. We saw a rookie come out, and I mean, unless you're talking about fantasy, which we're going to talk about because we're now in the gridiron section, we're going to talk a little fantasy, and we're going to talk about what's coming up for Sunday's game, slate of games. But I don't know. Cleveland, Cincinnati just doesn't do it for me. I don't even care if you're talking about showcasing rookies, OBJ. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It's kind of like watching Mitchell Trubisky run. It really doesn't matter.
Well, I think, to tell you the truth, though, I think we're going to saw the emergence of a potential top 5 elite quarterback in Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow looked comfortable back there. He had his O-line was a sieve. People were coming in everywhere. We talked about the left tackle who was going to have to play against Myles Garrett. That was going to be a problem. Apparently it was. But Joe Burrow sat there. He looked in complete command of the game. Threw the ball 61 times. It was 30 times too many. They gave up on the run game. I don't know why they did that. But Joe Burrow looked like he was in command. He wasn't shook. The biggest problem that he had when he was in LSU, he had the best players in the country playing for his team. And all of a sudden he got out here and the best players in the world were playing for the other team. And he was just in trouble the whole time, but he looked like he was in command. You put some people around Joe Burrow, and you're going to have something over there. So I think the Bengals is on the upside. Baker Mayfield, I don't know. He didn't look, like I said, he's Johnny Football over there. I don't think he's going to turn out to be that great of a quarterback. And I'm going to tell you what, now I don't know if he's going to be that great of a backup. So we're going to wait and see what's going to happen. He still got some contract to go here, but he's got too many weapons over there, out there to ODB was targeted, 4 times?
Yeah.
He caught 4 balls for like 75 yards or something like that. Odell is not going to be happy with that. So the first week he might be okay, Odell. It's probably not happy, but pretty soon Odell is going to be hollering and screaming on the sidelines, and that's where you're going to see the implosion of the Browns.
Yeah, I don't see this as being something that's going to be a long-term for great success with the Browns. It's just something I don't see. Now, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan of what I see when it comes to the Browns and how they're going to move forward. So, you know what? Let's just jump right into it and talk about some of the games that we're going to see Sunday.
Yeah.
So let's look at the Rams at the Eagles, man. And it's a lot to watch for. You always, when you're watching for the Rams, you're looking for Aaron Donald and you're looking for what he can do against a team. Is this a game, Jay, that you think is going to be a marquee game coming up? Or is this just a game that, hey, if you can get Dallas Goedert in and get you some fantasy points, yeah, that might be about your best bet. Oh, well, we do have that Wood signed a contract extension.
Yeah, well, yay.
Okay. So are we having any? We're not having any luck with. Okay.
No. Our guy hasn't been signed yet, so we haven't seen that happen yet. But he wants elite money, and he should get elite money. Allen Robinson deserves elite money. He's one of the top 4 or 5 wide receivers in the league right now, and he needs to get paid. I think he wants up around $20 million. The Bears are offering somewhere around 13, 14 million, 15 million. And I think he's gonna hold out and try to get his cash. I think that's what's going to happen. Meantime, we were talking about the Rams. Jared Goff, man, looked good. He kept Dallas off balance with what he was doing with those short throws. He quicked up the pace. I mean, they looked overall. I think this defense looks good with Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? I just think the Rams are a team that's going to play well. And it's a group that's been together for a while. They know what they're doing, and they got explosive players. So I'm really looking at the Eagles on the other side of it. It always looks like their quarterback, as good as he is, always looks bad. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know if they just got a bad offensive line over there, a bad scheme, but he's a guy who should be playing a lot better than what he's doing. So I think the Rams are going to win this going away.
It's funny that you say that because Philadelphia is 5-0-1 against the spread, which would be against the Rams since 2006. So a lot of pundits have the Eagles sitting on top, but I'm with you. I'll say Rams 24, Eagles 21.
Yeah.
So let's move to the Falcons at the Cowboys, both at the bottom of their division right now. Nobody saw that one coming. So the 0-1 Falcons are at the 0-1 Cowboys. What are your thoughts about this game, Jay?
Why did McCarthy pass on a game time field goal? Why would you do that? I just don't understand. What are you doing over there? Dak should be winning, but I'm going to tell you what, I got him losing this ball game. I just do. For whatever reason, the Cowboys always put themselves in a hole. They can't get it figured out. I said it last year, Dak is a stat filler. He looks great, but he just can't get it. He just can't get this team to win. They got everything that they possibly need, and I just don't see what's going on with them. But, I don't understand what Mike McCarthy's doing over there. You got to kick the field goal, tie the game up.
Well, this is a really good game for fantasy because you've got a lot of fantasy players. If you need Dak to play well, he's always going to be a pickup at your QB1. Yeah. And you've got Elliott, who's always going to be an RB1, regardless of what happens. But you've also got some sleepers there. You've got Amari Cooper. You've got CeeDee Lamb. You've got some players who are going to be on that board anywhere from your wide receiver 2 to your wide receiver 4.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a value pick, and this is just our value pick, this is something we haven't even told anybody. I don't think we've told anybody. Have we told anybody?
I'm sure you're going to tell them now.
Yeah, well, we it's not Julio Jones. It's not Julio Jones.
No.
That's not who I'm looking at right now. If I'm looking at a wide receiver 1 from the Falcons, it's Calvin Ridley. That's who I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. That's who you get some targets. That's who you're going to get some money for. So if I'm looking at it, I don't know who's going to do what, but we do know that Calvin Ridley has had 5+ games of 75 yards or more with a touchdown. That's a pickup for you. I think that you should be looking forward on your fantasy team. Now, moving forward, we got the Broncos at the Steelers, the 0-1 Broncos, and the resurgent revitalization of the Steelers. Woo! They look like the steel offensive curtain. What do you think about this game, Jay? Is Ben Roethlisberger back?
He's back from the elbow, man. You had Benny Snell, who had a 100-yard-plus rushing day. The thing that's scary about the Steelers is that they play well enough for you to go, okay, let's bet them a little bit, but you never think they're going to do anything in the playoffs. And I still feel the same way right now. I don't know if Roethlisberger's going to hold up. He looks like a guy who's a statue right now. At some point in time, he's going to get tagged. What is this, 15, 16 years in that right now for Roethlisberger? So it's just one of those situations that I think, let me look at something else over here too. He should go. He threw for 229 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he had. Right. So the whole thing about it, he played really well, but Big Ben has a way to do that. But the problem is, you just don't see him winning the big games. And so within this ball game right now, can Big Ben play well again? Yeah, but at some point in time, he's not going to. So I think you might have to go the other direction with this. I see the Steelers losing this one.
That's funny. I don't know what's going to happen when it comes to defense for the Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to get there with Von Miller out for the season and Chubb working his way back in. But you do have a Ben Roethlisberger that gave you 21.4 points last week. So if you're somewhere in there around 20 to 22, I think that's a good safe bet. He's a good QB1. And I don't know who's going to be in the backfield for the Steelers. Sometimes I don't think they know who's going to be in the backfield for the Steelers. But if you need a good flex option, I would always look to a Steelers running back to give you some good flex options. And I'm going to go along with you, Jay, but I'm going to say the Steelers pull out.
Uh-oh.
Just pull out by a squeaker. 2020, let's say 2017 over the Broncos.
Okay.
All right, the 0-1 Jets and the 0-1 49ers. Is anybody watching this game? Anybody? No?
You know what? San Francisco was looking to be a really good ball game. They were ranked like number 2 in the power rankings last week. So now you got, aside from, you got Raheem Mostert, you got guys out here who can really, Deebo Samuel. You got all these guys out here that can ball out, but Jimmy G got to go out here and get it done. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy G's got to go get it done. He had 4 catches, 41 yards on 11 targets. That's what Brandon Ayuk got. So the whole thing about it is you got to get these balls to these wide receivers and let these guys go and eat. Jimmy G's got to go do that. He's supposed to be the heir apparent to Tom Brady, but he just looks good. I think he just might be pretty and not just pretty good. Because he looks good sometimes, but sometimes, man, you look at Jimmy G and you go, well, okay. You know what I'm saying? But he's got the big contract. You got to pay him.
Yeah, you've got to pay him, and you've got to put him in a position to win. It's amazing what you see from the 49ers. It's almost a reversal. You think of them as a great team, but then you keep watching them and you say there are flaws and there are a lot of things going on here. But one thing I can say, if you are a Jets fan, avoid any running back they have. I don't care who it is. I don't care what their receiving core is. Avoid it, because right now Jamison Crowder might be out of the game. And this is someone who accounted for over 40% of their offensive load last week. So if I were you and I saw Sam Darnold as my opposing QB1, I would be really happy in understanding I'm probably going to walk out of there with a win. So I say 49ers 24, Jets 6. All right, Jay, so let's move on to the Vikings at the Colts. The 0-1 Vikings move on to the 0-1 Colts. Is there any hope for anybody being able to survive in the running back committee for the Colts?
I don't know, man. The Colts have had a really bad run with their running backs lately. Nobody's really stepped up, and I don't think no one really has the opportunity to do so. You got the young quarterback over there that could be leading them and playing really well, but right now they just don't really have a run game. And to me, if you don't have a run game, you got to stay away with them, because I don't think they could generate enough offense in the air to make it happen. I mean, it's just, it's scary. They got worse when Chuck Pagano left, just like the Bears defense did when Chuck Pagano got here.
Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's the way that this whole thing is rotating, but I'm looking at a Vikings team that just ran into a buzzsaw last week when they played the Packers. I don't think they expected that. I don't think the Packers expected that. But I do think they right the ship. And against Phillip Rivers and whoever is his running back and T.Y. Hilton, I think that you're going to get a resurgent Minnesota team. And I think Adam Thielen's going to have a big game. I don't think anybody's going to be able to cover him out of the slot or in the 1 or 2 position. I say that Adam Thielen should give you about 120. Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm making a bold prediction. I'm saying he's going to be running all over the field. I say 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's what I say.
Oh, okay. That's a big fantasy day. I hope so.
I hope so too, because he's on my team.
But he ain't on my team. No, that's you drinking all the Kool-Aid because you made it. That's what it is.
That's right. Actually, I do need T.Y. Hilton to come up and do something, because actually I could have won last week had he given me anything more than nothing. So he gave me nothing. So I'm looking at this as Vikings 28, let's say Colts 21. Let's go with that.
Okay.
So, hey, I'm just saying, man, I'm just putting it out there. People may not like it, but I'm just saying from what I see. I'm seeing an 0-1 Lions at the Packers. Jay, can the Packers be stopped?
No, they cannot be stopped. Aaron Rodgers is mad. He has one wide receiver up there, and they've given him no help. And he's a mad fella up there right now. And and when he gets mad, he's gonna start throwing the football all over the place. We saw what Detroit had last week. They should have beat the Bears. The Bears got lucky, all the celebration they're doing, and that was a touchdown that was dropped in the end zone, a game winner. They ran well against the Bears, but I don't think they're going to be able to do that against the team up north that I don't want to name, because somehow or another I think they're going to whip our behind all year. But I'm just looking at it from the standpoint that I don't know if they can generate enough offense to stay with Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers is going to light up the scoreboard.
Yeah, I'm looking at a team now. If the Lions defense is still down a corner, starting quarter,
or
and
2 or 3,
yeah, you're down to your third string guys. You're down to practice squad guys, and you've got to play man coverage against Aaron Rodgers. And if you show him the same looks they showed to Mitchell Trubisky, they're going to get destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to get obliterated.
Yeah.
So, and then you've got, oh my God, the 1 year. Now I'll say this, and I'm kind of upset. Devontae Adams, the 1 year I didn't pick him at all for any reason. I was like, nope, not gonna do it to me 3 years in a row. Not gonna do it to me. He goes out and gives you over 40 points last week in fantasy. So if you've got Aaron Rodgers or Devontae Adams, congratulations to you for winning at least your league for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, because after week 8 is all going to go away.
Yeah, because somebody's going to get gimped up. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, yeah. But in this one, I say the Packers 42, the Lions 21.
42? Holy smokes.
Oh, it's going to look, if you give Aaron Rodgers one-on-one coverage, man coverage all day, and you can't disguise anything, it's not stopping him. It's not going to be stopping him. It's going to be a terror fest. But I tell you what's going to be a fest, and this is going to be, I'm looking forward to this game. I don't know why I'm looking forward to this game in particular. It is the 0-1 Panthers at the 0-1 Bucks. So, Jay, you are the resident TB12 aficionado. What do you think about Bucks Panthers?
I'm pretty sure this is a tough week down in Tampa Bay. They're not going to look as bad as they looked last week. I'm sure they're going to be on page. I think you'll get an offensive explosion. I think they just ran into a really good Saints team. Had there been any other team other than the Saints, a mid-level team, I think the Bucks would have won that game anyway. So I'm looking right now, Tampa Bay is going to bounce back, and I got them winning this ball game.
Okay. Well, I see the Teddy Bridgewater, who's doing exceptional things. Well, as far as exceptional can go, he's passing well. But you know who's not playing an exceptional game is Christian McCaffrey. It was not a great day for fantasy owners last weekend with Christian McCaffrey. I think the Bucks are going to be able to do a lot of the same, stifle him up, probably hold you under whatever his projected score is. But there are some wide receivers that I think Teddy Bridgewater can get to. I'm going to use this as my pick'em game. I'm going to say Panthers 24, Tampa Bay 21.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it sounded good when I said it sounded good when I heard the horn.
Okay.
But this one sounds better.
What's that?
The 1-0 Bills at the 0-1 Dolphins. Is there any reason why anyone should watch this game who's not a loved one or family member?
I thought they were playing in the ACC. Are they playing in the Big Ten? I think they start their season this year, don't they? No.
They probably.
I'm not watching that. I'm not talking about that one.
Listen, I'm just gonna say it real quick. Bills 28, Dolphins 6. All right.
You're just pulling numbers out the hat on that one. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Now I just couldn't even invest myself
we're just like, I don't know who's playing. Who's playing? I don't know.
Yeah. Jaguars number 1, and they're 1-0 at the 1-0 Titans. Somebody's got to lose. This is a battle of Titans. Jay, who wins out of Jaguars and Titans?
I like the Tennessee Titans in this one. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to play well. They got a good offensive scheme. I think right now everybody's getting everything tied in, getting ready to go. They had their first big contact, and so they're down there good to go. I like the Titans in this one.
Yeah, I like the Titans in this one. I like Derrick Henry, even though there are predictions he probably won't hit the 100-yard rushing mark for whatever reason. People have thought that. You have to think over the last 5 games against the Jaguars, he has averaged nearly 500 total rushing yards. I don't see that happening or changing anywhere from that stream. So I say I'm looking at a close game, but one where the Titans are victorious. I say Titans 24, Jaguars 17. All right, Jay, that leads us back to, the Eli. Oh, that's right. He's not playing anymore. I was going to say the Eli Manning-led Giants at the Chicago Bears. Do you care?
This is why I did not want to have happen what happened last week. This is the reason why And I'm going to tell you why. Because now you have a Chicago team fan base who thinks that Chicago is actually a good football team. What's the spread? The spread what's the spread? The spread's 5.5. So Chicago's giving 5.5. Is this what they're the favorites? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Chicago is 1-6 in the past 7 games as the favorite, so that's the betting line. And when you look at the spread for them, I mean, they suck. Well, they suck.
The whole problem is that fourth quarter explosion with those 3 touchdown passes. Nobody's being fooled by that. Nobody's being fooled by that. We're looking at a situation. Mitchell Trubisky is what he is. That's those first 3 quarters. That's what he is. We're going to see more of the same. I want to watch these Chicago Bears lose this one.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. Now, I don't say they're going to lose it. And I'm only saying that to you because last week, Mitchell Trubisky gifted those owners who had him, the very few percentage of the world who had Mitchell Trubisky, he gave them 25 points last week.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he's done before.
But the whole problem is that if he's in a 2-minute type offense and he could solo out receivers and he could just – they're going to bracket Allen Robinson. They're going to take that away from him and make him read around the field. That's what they're going to do. You're going to take away his best wide receiver. Now he's got to check down. That's not his game is checking down. So I really think we're going to see more of the same. They're going to make him try to make him stay in the pocket, stand tall, deliver the football. That's not what he does. So we're going to see what's going to happen. The Giants still got to get going. They got to get Juju Smith-Schuster going. What do you call it? 6 passes with 6 targets for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
wait, you're putting Juju Smith. Have you traded him already?
Yeah, any a Giant.
Sir, I don't think that's gonna. I don't think that's what you're looking for.
He's not a Giant.
No.
What is he now?
Juju Smith.
Juju Smith's not a Giant.
He's not a Giant. Is he a Giant?
I thought he was a Giant.
When did Juju become a Giant?
I
just want you to find out when Juju became a Giant.
I thought he was a Giant. He's not a Giant.
Why would you think Juju was a Giant?
Okay, so I'm reading right here. The Giants apparently haven't fixed the problem. Juju Smith-Schuster caught 6 passes on 6 targets. Juju Smith-Schuster is not a Giant.
Oh, so maybe he is.
I mean, I'm reading it saying that he's a Giant.
Oh.
I have it here on my trusty, dusty, old school laptop that I got to keep plugged in because I don't have the battery for it. But that's what I use for my stats. And that's what it says. I'm looking at it again because Saquon Barkley just had 6 rushing yards. We were right about that, right? So I'm on the right month?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Juju Smith-Schuster is a New York football Giant, sir. Yes, he is.
You know.
I know it's late. Yeah.
Okay, let's go over this again. You know they played the Giants last week, the Steelers.
Okay, so why the Giants apparently haven't fixed the problem. Bears put him in the slot throughout the game and let him eat. So who are they playing this week?
The Bears are playing the Giants.
The Bears are playing the Giants. Okay, so now who did the Bears play last week?
The Bears played last week the Lions.
Okay, so what's the problem with the Giants right now? I'm not understanding your thought process here. I'm
not understanding because Juju Schuster is still a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Is that true?
Okay.
Let me look and see.
Right. I'm just saying to you, I don't see when he became a Giant. I know they played them last week, but
it's late.
Last I checked,
it's late. Let's keep going.
Okay. Well, all right. Regardless of the fact, I think, Giants, Bulls, Bears, Giants, Bears. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. So, but I do think that.
Where are you getting your information from?
What? That it's gonna be bad?
I would say, okay. So who are the Packers playing? Packers are playing who? Who are the Packers
playing the Lions.
Okay.
Now you're going to tell me Juju's with the Lions.
No, I'm telling you then that Juju's playing for the New York Giants. I'm telling you that's who he's playing for. That's what it says. That's what it says on my trusty dusty computer over here. That's what it says right now.
How old is your computer, Jay?
It's very old. It's very old, but it pulls up stuff.
Are you sure it's pulling up stuff?
Okay.
I don't think it's pulling up the right stuff. I'm almost sure it's not pulling up the right stuff.
All right,
I don't know what it's pulling up. It's not pulling up the right stuff.
All right, so
now, was he traded last night?
I don't know. Who cares? Let's go. I'm looking at it. Let me look on here and see let me see what's going on here. Let me see.
Oh, my Browns. Oh, my Jesus. Oh, my Lord.
What's going on?
Okay, do you have a score for the Giants and the Bears?
No, I don't even know who's playing. Well, hold on. Let me see where Juju's at right now. Because my computer's saying he's over there.
I can't.
Hold on.
I can't do it with you anymore. I can't because you're just ridiculous. But I tell you one game that I'm looking forward to see is the game of the youngsters. It's called the Youngster Bowl. It's Washington at the Cardinals. Are you ready for Youngster Bowl to come up and be in the 1-1 Washingtons and then the 1-0 Arizona Cardinals?
Oh,
you know what you could call Washington? The Boom Boom Washingtons.
But that's that reference. That's that reference that a lot of young people are not going to get.
Oh, I was waiting for you to say that because a lot of young people aren't going to get that one. So I'm just saying, hey, if you got Terry, wait. Are you still looking to find out?
Yeah, because I'm just bugging the hell out of me right now. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Are you serious?
I'm just sleepy. I just misread that. I don't know why I did that. 130 games, week 2 against the Broncos. Juju hauled in 6 receptions for 79 yards. Oh, he played against the Broncos. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I misread that line. I looked at it too. I was reading like he played for the Giants. I'm like, he played for the Giants? I didn't know that. Hell, I didn't know they were playing football. Okay, so who we talking about now?
Dwayne Haskins, the Washington.
Why are we talking about Dwayne Haskins? Why are we doing that?
Because they're a 1-0 team going against another 1-0 team. You've got Arizona with DeAndre Hopkins and Larry Fitzgerald, who's still playing.
What did Dwayne?
Then you got Washington.
What did Dwayne Haskins do this week?
And then you got Dwayne Haskins and Terry McLaurin.
Hold on, let me
two people I've never heard of before in my life. I'm just teasing.
Let me look at my trusty Dusty over here. Let me see what my trusty Dusty says about Dwayne Haskins. Let me see what he's doing right now. Let's see.
We're trying to get through this. We're almost through it.
No, we don't know because I'm just trying to see what's going on here because my trusty Dusty. Mm-hmm. Let me see what's going on. Let's see.
Washington Cardinals. Washington, not the Washington Cardinals or Cardinal Washington.
No, they want to be the Washington Cardinals.
You could confuse that, like Cardinal Washington.
So what? He's in the Archdiocese or something like that?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Cardinal Washington is an NFL player that just came from the Archdiocese.
You know what? They could be like the Washington Senators. Even though they used to be a baseball team way back in the day. I don't know what they're gonna call it.
Hockey team?
No, the Senators are a baseball team. I thought way back in the day. Way back in the day. Maybe they could be the Washington Why Nots, you know? Anything like that. I'm really bugged I didn't know where Juju Smith-Schuster was at. That really started. I should know that. I don't know why I thought he was over there. I was so convinced about that.
You were. Are you ready for the Slob Knocker Bowl?
The Slob Knocker Bowl. Okay.
Yes. The Ravens at the Texans. Are you ready for the Slob Knocker Bowl? Because I have a bad feeling, man. I got a bad feeling for Deshaun. It's going to get...
Yeah, it's... You know, he got paid all that money, but the one thing he didn't do was put anything around him. You know what I'm saying? And that is going to be a problem. And I don't know. He's going to be running for his life, but at least he's going to be paid.
Yeah, he's going to be paid because he's going to need that for hospital bills. But I call this one as a close one, too. Not as close as what we saw with the Texans and the Chiefs, if you consider that close. But I don't know who's going to corral the Ravens quarterback.
He's gonna have a great game like he always does. You know what I'm saying? He just, I don't know. But the problem is the Texans, they're gonna need some help from their defense, a lot of help from their defense. Who do you got? What's that? Got Zach Cunningham over there?
Yeah.
He just got a 4-year contract extension over there. I think he's making like $14.5 million over 4 years. That's a lot of money for a linebacker.
Yeah. Now, the one thing you always have to keep an eye on with the Ravens is what they're doing in the running game.
Yeah.
They like to spread the wealth in the running game. So if you've got a Ravens running back, it's probably going to be good for you. But at the same time, the only player I'm really looking at in fantasy from this game itself is going to be Lamar Jackson or Will Fuller, because you're going to get one of those two is going to have a great game.
You know what?
I'm not really sure with Deshaun Watson.
You know what, though? Can Lamar Jackson stay healthy running that RPO type offense in the NFL? At some point in time, one of these really big angry men on the other side is going to hit him and hit him hard and often. We saw what happened to RG3. We saw these running quarterbacks do not last in the NFL, and I'm just waiting to see. Saw what happened to Cam. They ran Cam, 15 times last week, and they keep running Cam. Cam ain't going to make it 3 weeks. So, right. Are we looking at a guy who his legs kept him out of trouble last year, and now you're going to have guys trying to light him up this year? Because they're not going to let Lamar Jackson just run all over the place like he's been doing. That's not going to happen.
Right. They're not going to let him keep doing it, but I think he's going to do it tomorrow, and he's going to put in some work. I say the Ravens 28, the Texans 21.
I'm still bugged about Juju Smith-Schuster, though. I know that. I don't know why I thought he was with the Giants. I'm reading like, oh, he's with the Giants. Well, it's just because it's past midnight, and we're trying to. For you people out here, let me tell you what's going on right now. We're putting out this content. We're getting it out there for you so we can be out there tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. This will be up. And we're out here for you, but and we're past the midnight hour right now recording this after this Lakers game. And I just want to let you know somehow Juju Smith-Schuster is now a Miami Heat starting guard.
All right. Okay, he probably is, and he'll probably be on there.
You know what? He'd be good on that team because those guys are terrible. You know what? I was watching today. Game of Zones. I was watching some of that today, and I went back to season 6 when Jimmy Butler they first start bringing Jimmy Butler out like that.
Crazy Jimmy Butler.
With Tom Thibodeau.
Had Tom on the run.
And Tom's like, man, this is the greatest practice we ever had. All of a sudden, you start seeing hearts being snatched out, heads cut. That was so funny, man. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, Sire Butler is crazy.
Yeah, I was sitting laughing out loud in the Mariano's parking lot, and some homeless guy just kept walking by and staring at me like I had a problem.
Well, I guess he thought you did because he was going to ask you what is your prediction for Chiefs Chargers. Oh, are you ready for the CC Bowl?
I don't think you can pick against the Chiefs at all. I mean, all you can do is are you going to take the over every time? Because nobody showed me yet that they can stop Patrick Mahomes.
Well, nobody showed me that now they can stop their rookie running back.
Well,
if you got Hilaire, you got and now you don't know from week to week who's going to do what. Everybody's going out running, getting Sammy Watkins. Let me tell you something. You better pump the brakes, Jack, because you don't know next week. It might be a hold, unless it's Travis Kelce, unless it's Patrick Mahomes, or unless it's a running back that you know for sure is their lead cow. I wouldn't do it. Don't do it with the Chiefs. Don't do it.
Because the Chiefs are feast or famine. Either Tyreek Hill is going to eat or he ain't going to eat. You know, he's going to get targeted 3 times and he's going to have 22 yards, or he's going to get targeted 15 times and he's going to go for 150 and 3 touchdowns. That's just how he operates.
You know, if you've got Tariq right there, that's a good pickup. I mean, you've got a good 4, but the Kansas City Chiefs work with a trinity. It is Mahomes, it's Kelsey, it's their running back if they've got one. And in fact, it doesn't really have to be Kelsey. If you got Mahomes and you got a good running back, they may want to and maybe that's what they're going to do this year, is limit a lot of the exposure that you're going to have with Mahomes, with him having to take shots. So you're just going to keep dumping it off. Just keep dumping, keep dumping. And I don't see the Chargers stopping the Chiefs in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So I'm going to say Chiefs 38, Chargers 12. So, hey, man, we're getting right on down the line. We're getting ready to go to Patriots, Seahawks. It's the battle of the 1-2 step against the, oh, no, I made a misstep. I did that.
No, you know what? You sir, the 1-2 step. Did you actually, don't do the Sierra movement. No. Don't do it.
See, you see how fast I did that?
Yeah, don't do the Sierra.
I thought that was fresh.
You look like Paula Abdul. Just want to let you know.
Have you seen her commercial?
Yeah, she looks pretty good.
Yeah, she was 21 doing the steps. Now she's 51 doing the steps. She can
still dance, man. That's it like her and J-Lo keep it dancing good. You know what I'm saying? They're in their 50s and they still move real well. They're probably taking that Ginkgo Bobo, whatever that is, for the joints, and whatever that's called. And they move around really well, man. You're in your 50s, you ain't supposed to be able to 1-2 step like that, even though that's not her song. But she dances good.
I know who's going to need a lot of Ginkgola and a lot of joint glucosamine, and that's going to be Cam Newton.
You think Cam?
Oh, man, I'm telling you now, you keep running Cam out there like you did when he was in the Panthers. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to run Cam like that. I think they're going to try to sit Cam in the pocket and let him throw the football a little bit. They know they can't run Cam like that.
The only problem is you don't know who their tight ends are, or their receivers, or their running backs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. That's why Tom left.
Yeah, I would have left too. But I tell you who's great, the Seahawks. Nobody is giving Russell Wilson his respect.
Yeah.
He's a great quarterback.
He's the MVP candidate, no doubt, this year. I think he's been overlooked for MVP a number of times, and I think right now it's his time. And they're letting him throw the football. They ran the ball less than 20 times in that first week. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's a guy that he's showing him with his arm, man. I'm gonna beat you in the air, and they're just letting him do it.
And he's a strong run team. For Pete Carroll to just say, hey, just throw whatever you want to throw. Just do whatever you want to do. Yeah. I think that's a testament to the strength of Russell Wilson. And I'm looking at a tough one with him. But I say Seahawks 32, Patriots 28.
You think the Patriots are going to score 28 on the Seahawks ball club?
Yes.
Oh, there's no way they're scoring 28 points in the Seahawks.
Because I'm saying that Cam Newton is running for 3 touchdowns.
Cam Newton's going to get clacked. That ain't going to happen. He's not.
I didn't say he was going to survive. I just said he was running for 3 touchdowns.
No, he had his heyday last week, and he's going to get bushwhacked. So he needs to stay in the pocket, throw the football.
And the last game we're going to look at is the Monday night game with the Saints at the Raiders. Jay, what's wrong with the Las Vegas Raiders right now? I mean, I don't get what's going on with their QB situation. Maybe it's something I'm not seeing. Shouldn't their quarterback be better than he is right now?
The problem with them is that you got a team who moved to another town. They really don't have their identity yet, and you don't really know how any ball club is going to be right now because there's no preseason. So you really can't evaluate these ball clubs until another couple of games have went by. Now if he looks like this in week 4, now that's where you look at it and go, okay, now maybe we have a problem. But right now, you don't know. These guys don't even know the offense, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, it's one of those situations right now. Teams who have been together a long time are going to play well together because they know the playbook. You got these other teams that have been put together, moved around, everything else like that. They got a way to go before they catch up. Everybody should be caught up by week 4, though.
Yeah, they should be. But, I'm looking at the Vegas team with Josh Jacobs. I think that's going to be a really good – he's going to be a really good – as this keeps going and moving forward, I think he's going to be really good for the Las Vegas. It's hard for me to say that, though. Las Vegas Raiders.
But you know what, though? It's a cool thing that the Raiders are in Vegas. They're sort of – that's the right team to be down there. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the Dolphins to be down there, and that just wouldn't make sense to the Las Vegas Dolphins. That just wouldn't make sense.
It's not going to be a good team. Well, I will say this. If you have Michael Thomas on your fantasy team, make sure that you're replacing him at your wide receiver 1. He will be inactive for Monday's game. And so if he's inactive, I think that means you're going to see a lot of ground and pound with the Saints. And I think they keep it a very close one. I say Saints 17, the Raiders 14. All right, Jay, so let's hop into it, man. Let's talk about it before we get ready to get out of here. We got to talk about a Boston implosion, a Boston meltdown, a Boston baked bean gone bad. I threw that one in. I thought that was
wow. I mean, when it gets past the midnight hour for you, sir, you just come up with all types of stuff. And I'm on slow and stupid right now, so I'm like going, hey, that sounded pretty good. Oh, you just said Boston baked beans.
Yeah. Boston baked beans.
Oh, they got baked, man. They were up 17, man, and this is the second time in a row they let a team come back and claw their way back. You got Marcus Smart acting a fool, tearing up the locker room. Because one of the reasons why that was because he took an ill-advised three-pointer late on in the game where he shouldn't have took it. And you got all the other three-pointers here shooting 50% of the field. Feed the ball to the guys that are hitting the shot half the time. But he's just jacking up threes because that ain't his game. So I don't know, man. I think a lot of I think if they go down again, I think you're going to see Jimmy Butler and the crew put the stake in their heart, and it's going to be over with.
You mentioned it last recording or maybe 2 recordings ago. On our last show, I'm almost sure you said if Gordon Hayward doesn't play, he should be sent to Jupiter.
Yeah,
I think that
something like that. They need Gordon Hayward back in the worst way right now because they need that stability. They need that guy who's going to give them that scoring punch, somebody they can go to. Jason Tatum's trying to do it all on his own, but he has a cast of misfits over there, literally without Jason Hayward. And so now, Gordon Hayward, I'm sorry. And so now you got Jimmy Butler. He's got those guys believing. He's in the game.
Yeah, that's funny. They've been saying they believe in each other.
Yeah.
They feel confident. They trust each other.
He's hit them with the post. Well, no, they're scared of Jimmy. They don't trust nobody. They're scared of Jimmy. He's sergeant in line. What was that? He was sergeant. Was that with what's the movie? Was it Apocalypse Now or was it one of them?
He reminds me of Tom Berenger.
Yeah. So Platoon. That's what I'm looking for. Tom Berenger in Platoon. What was it? Sergeant Barnes? Yeah, Sergeant Barnes.
Sergeant Barnes.
It was Sergeant Barnes in Platoon. That's who Jimmy Butler is right now.
And if you don't play well, he will leave you in the bush like William Dafoe.
Right. He'll shoot you and leave you in the bush. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Butler's got him scared to death, and they're playing out of their mind. It's literally because Jimmy's taking people's hearts. He's just taking people's hearts. He's from the west side of Wakanda, and they don't let him come over to the regular side too often, and he's mad. Jimmy, Jimmy's got everybody scared right now.
So let's ask this about when we're talking about Marcus Smart. You just talked about him, and he's been in the starting lineup.
Yeah. So
for Gordon Hayward to come back, do you have a conversation with Marcus Smart and say, hey, Marcus, would you like to sit down over there and let Gordon get back in his groove?
Mark,
or do you just tell Gordon Hayward, sit on the bench and wait?
No. Marcus Smart shouldn't be starting for that ball club, right? He should be coming off the bench. He's a bench guy. That's what he was. That's what he is. Now you got Gordon Hayward, who's been gimped up. He's been gimped up for the last couple of seasons now. And if he comes out, he's just smooth. He's just a smooth guy. He's got the perfect hair, and he's a guy. He's an offensive juggernaut. He's going to go and score points for you. Marcus Smart manufactures points for you. He does the dirty work for you. He reminds you a lot of I can't think of the kid guy right now. I'll come to me in a minute. But he reminds you of a guy who's just going to keep battling, keep scraping with you. Patrick Beverly. He reminds you of a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to keep scratching with just a better offensive game. But right now, these Celtics, man, I think they just don't believe. And I believe they see Jimmy Butler and the crew coming over the hill. And Jimmy, what reminds you of? Jimmy Butler reminds you of Freddy Krueger. You keep trying to kill him, and he just keeps coming back. He's probably going boo, running around the Disney complex with a ghost costume just popping up at their windows going boo and scaring them. That's what
Our fans really that scared of Jimmy Butler.
Hey, that guy, look, do you ever see anybody push back on Jimmy Butler?
No. I've seen 3 players push back on him. 3. Tobias Harris, the boy at the Pacers, TJ Warren. Yeah. And Marcus Smart.
Yeah, but
those were the 3.
They're all out the same ilk, though. What I'm saying is that
it's all gone bad for them.
Right, and you're all well skilled offensive players in the league. Do not challenge Jimmy Butler because he will shut you down on the defensive end too. Mm-hmm. He's a nasty defender, and he'll put the elbow on you. He'll hit you. He's gonna talk crazy, pull out his mouthpiece, and say something crazy to you as he's walking away. That's what he does. Jimmy's a wild type of guy. He's got this team playing real wild.
Even LeBron will defer when it comes to a lot of time. With Jimmy Butler, he just walks away. You saw that with the Bulls.
Yeah.
He just was like, nope.
No, they don't want none of Jimmy. Jimmy's that guy. You don't want nothing to do with Jimmy. And he's getting bigger. You see them shoulders on Jimmy now? You don't want to mess with Jimmy. Jimmy's going to beat you up.
Oh, the backside of a barn.
Yeah, he's going to beat you up.
Okay. If Gordon Hayward can't go, should you just send him home from the bubble?
No. I mean, you're going to hope at some point in time he's going to be able to play.
Well, I mean, he's not going to have too much time. If they go up 3 games, look, that Gordon Hayward thing, that ship may sail. And you're going to have to send Errol Flynn back home.
Hey, you know what? But this ball club, you shouldn't be up double digits and get caught.
Well, you did, and it happened, and it was real. And JT is not looking like Jason Tatum. He's looking like JT from Kool and the Gang, and it's getting bad. So they're going to cherish their love and get the heck on out of there because it's getting hot. Too hot. It's too hot.
These late night reactions, man, I'm telling you. It just gets sillier and sillier.
Yeah, well, it's getting too hot in there for them, Jack. And I'm going to tell you now, it gets a little bit more hotter. They're going to be on fire. They're playing like they're running into a brick house.
I'm going to tell you what, though. If this Miami Heat jumps on them early, this could be over and done quick because you're going to see a lot of fighting going on the floor.
Come on, baby. Come here, baby. Light my fire. Do you want to do it in your desire?
No.
Jimmy Butler just
No.
Yeah, but that's not how it goes.
Yeah, no, you can stop doing that. Don't do that. Don't ever do that again.
I thought that's how it went. Come on, baby, gonna let me punch your fire. That's not how it went.
No, I'm looking at. I went back to MTV and started watching the video in my head.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, in your video, did you see Jimmy Butler throwing somebody over the visiting bench?
Yeah. Oh man. No. You know what?
Can you imagine Jimmy Butler throwing you into like the audience screen?
Yeah. Right. I mean, Jimmy Butler is going to be over there behind the Celtics bench during timeouts. Just sit up there with a knife in his mouth, Talking about, you coming back out here? You coming back out here? I'll see you on the other side. You know?
I just had that picture of him in my head from the Game of Zones.
Oh, dude.
Where he had the axe in his hand.
Right, and he's just whacking. And
yes.
The Game of Zones is so good, man. It's just hilarious. It's actually
okay. So we got to get ready to get out of here, man. Yeah. So before we go, you got to leave the people with something hot.
Hey, man, look. Like I've told people before, and I'm going to tell them again, all right? The COVID-19 has got people crazy in their house, and you got to start wearing pants when you're doing your work on the internet. You got to start putting some pants on, because now you guys just don't care anymore. You're standing up in your tighty whities. You got you got your wife running around with a gown open in the back. And y'all just, at this point in time, y'all just don't care. You know what I'm saying? You need, please dress up for work in your house. Stop sitting there in your Hanes and your house slippers, and you're showing all your goodies all over to everybody, all potential clients. Stop doing it. Just put on some clothes when you go to work.
Yeah, well, okay. That is something to leave people with.
Yeah. Because
now I'm got to go and put on some clothes.
Oh, I'm just wearing a shirt.
Yeah, that's all we need. That's all you need on Sizzle Radio, because it's so hot. You don't need pants.
Okay.
Well, okay. On that note, I think it has come time to say a sweet adieu to everyone and all of our listeners. And remember, if you're following us at #skillet_sports, you're doing a wonderful job, because you are following the best, baby.
Yeah.
You're following the hottest sports talk in the 219. We are the Sizzle, and we will see you on the other side.
Did you know that you can listen